So this is another public figure chart that I analyzed back in 2023, and I did not make any posts about it or talk about it. If you don't know, this is Susan Wojcicki, who used to be the CEO of YouTube, and she stepped down in, I believe it was February of 2023, and she just recently passed away on August 9th of 2024. And also, her son tragically passed away in February of 2024. But back in 2023, when she stepped down as CEO, whenever I see things like that, I always know that there's something going on in the chart. And she does have a timed chart, born July 5th, 1968, 9:29 a.m. And that makes her a Leo rising, a late ascendant, 27 degrees of Leo, the date she stepped down in February. You can see that she had just had her progressed lunar return. And I keep telling you all to pay attention to these particular transits and progressions that almost always indicate significant turning points and change in your life. So exactly when she did that, she had her progressed lunar return in her fourth house. So that marked the end of something and the beginning of something, and that opposed her 10th house of career. And so we also would believe that there was some sort of change going on at home. She also had the ruler of her 10th house, Venus, by progression, was conjunct her natal Uranus. And so that tells us that there's something surprising happening potentially there, and then also in her third house. The other thing is Uranus was transiting her 10th house as well. What I did back then was I just advanced the chart to see what was coming up. So I advanced it to this September 17th, 2023. These are my notes from last year. I didn't post them. I just wanted to show you that you can make note of these various types of things that happen in your chart to know when something significant is going to happen in your life or it's a huge turning point. This year, you see up here, she's had her nodal return. She was born with North Node in Aries, and I have several videos that you've seen me talk about when you have your nodal return or your nodal reversal, that a lot of things happen to change in your life. So that was what was going on for her in the past year. Also, to go around, you see transiting Uranus back in September was exactly conjunct her MC, and Uranus has been going forward and backward over her MC this past year. And I believe that was the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction very close to her MC as well. You have progressed MC conjunct her natal sun in the 12th house, which to me tells me that there's a real culmination in terms of her public standing and her life's purpose, which is the sun. And so, and the 12th house can also be endings, and it says spiritualization. So we have that happening at the same time. Going around, you have progressed Mercury and Venus conjunct, and they were conjunct her natal Uranus. So again, Venus relates to her 10th house career issues, her public standing, even as a mother with respect to her child who passed away. And Mercury has to do with her second house of values, personal income. And finally, she had her progressed moon back in September was exactly conjunct her IC in the fourth house. And that tells me that there is something going on, some changes at home that are potentially very emotional, some sort of new start with respect to that, maybe some changes even with her background and history. We know that they're saying that she had lung cancer, so that could also be activating with the lunar return, progressed lunar return, and the conjunction to the IC, her health issues. So that is what I wanted to show you, because if you just pay attention to a lot of these things, you will be able to time sort of more difficult or more prosperous times in your life.